Hello, BookTube. This is Alan. I'm back again with another tag. As you can see, I had to, in the back here on my bed, I had to uh, remove some of the books from my Lonely Bookshelf. In fact, I was going to call this YouTube channel Lonely Bookshelf. I should have done that. It would have been a good tag. But anyway, Bill Rutenberg, Rutenberg Library tagged me. And for this tag, and I didn't know it, and it was called the April Showers tag, and there's an original tag by Backlist Books. So let me get something to drink, and we'll get started. Excuse me. Okay, question number one. Listening to the raindrops on the rooftop, where is your favorite place to curl up and read on a rainy day? Well, that would be here in my chair next to my bed, and that's where I go. Question number two. The smell of rain, spring rain falls in the air. Name a book with a rain or storm on the cover. And I have one here, just a moment. It's this one, the Truman Capote in Cold Blood. So it has a thunderhead rain cloud here, and you can see the rain in the distance right here. This is from Vintage. I think it's a mass market paperback or trade paperback. I'm not sure. And this one came out. And see what year it came out. This one came out in originally published in 1965. Copyright renewed in 1993. So yes, and yeah, so this one's in Cold Blood, as you can see from the cover. Excuse me. Excuse me. Uh, Question number three: Rain clouds in the distance. Name a book with a great cover. That would be I only found one, uh, believe it or not, and this was a Mozart A Life by Maynard Solomon. I have not read this book yet. This is by HarperCollins, and it came out in 1995. So, yeah, have not read this one yet. I like Mozart's music, and you can easily tell when, without knowing who the composer is, by listening to the music, you can say, oh, that's a Mozart piece or that's a Bach piece. Very easy. Let me see. April showers. April showers bring me flowers. Name a book with flowers prominently displayed on the cover. This was a little hard to do. So I had to come up with one that I don't have any books that have any like flowers on the cover. I had to come up with this one. This is the Journal, 1837 to 1861 by Henry David Thoreau. This was a preface by John R. Siegel. This is by New York Review of Books. And the front cover is says down here, front photograph is called Leaves and Flower Petals. And the, let's see, Louis Comte du Huron. So Leaves and Flower Petals, that's the best I could do for that question. Number 5. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Number 5. Stormy Night. What is the perfect thriller or horror book to read during a thunderstorm? Well, I went with Joe Nesbo. He's an incredible thriller author. His stories just take off. And this is one called The Snowman. And this was published by Vintage Crime. And this is incredible. Let me read you the back because I already know the back. I already know the book. And it's incredible. The Snowman is about this this boy and his father are in the kitchen, and the mother comes home, and the mother goes, "Oh, you're preparing dinner for me, and what a lovely snowman you have in the front, made in the front yard." And the father and son look at each other and a snowman, so they run to the window. They have a large window, and they look out and see the snowman. Father goes, "Oh, one of the kids, neighborhood kids, probably built it." And so the father and mother walk away. The son keeps staring at the snowman because the snowman, still looking out into the street, is looking inside the house. Later that night, the father is gone because he teaches at a college, and the little boy gets up from bed. He's in his pajamas. He gets up from the bed, and he walks over to his parents' room. His mother's gone. And then he goes to the stairs, and the stairs are wet. He walks down the stairs, the front door is open. He goes outside, fresh snow on the ground. He looks one way down the street, he turns, looks the other way, other direction, and then he turns, sees a snowman with his mother's pink scarf that the son bought for his mother's birthday. So it's a very good look. So recommend it. Let me see, where are we? Number 6, Partly Cloudy. Name of a book that made you sad, but also happy and content at the same time. That was also hard to do. But I went with The Road by Václav Grossman. This is a series of short stories, came from New York Review of Books. Short stories he wrote. A couple of the chapters of short stories in here is called The War and the Shoah. And one, the old man, the old teacher, the Hella Treblinka. And this is actually a photograph of the Treblinka concentration camp in Poland, and on the front cover. And it says here that but it's a very, in short stories journalism, but it turns out that you have that portion of it. You also have these later stories, and it's talking about eternal rest. So yes, and how everything is going to come to an end. And so let me turn back there. Here's a picture of Václav Grossman in his later years. And he says, "My father is a Jew," he said. "That doesn't matter, because before God we are all equal." He recited a prayer of remembrance. I don't think Papa would be angry, even though he is not a believer. I planted some pansies and daisies. I forgot to bring a knife with me, so I dug the holes with my fingers. So it's a very good book, very good short stories in it. Okay, let's go on. It's question number 7. Morning Dew. Morning Dew. Feature a debut author that you think needs a shout out just now. Sorry about that. Tim McGrath. I'm currently reading his biography of James Monroe, and it's very good. It's excellent. He does a good job in research. There's a lot of notes in it, a lot of bibliography section. So it's very good. Probably, and he had written 2 books on about naval history of the during the Revolutionary War period, and he's also written articles for the Naval Institute magazine. Number 8 is the last one. Recommend an old book that you think should be reprinted are given a new cover. Well, there's one that I think probably does need a new cover, and this is an old cover that I received. This is from Signet Classic Press, and it's probably been done in a new cover, but I haven't got a hold of it. Came out in 1968, and this is Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky. And I tried to read this as a read along a couple months ago, January, February. I couldn't get it. I couldn't do it, and so I still haven't read this one. And basically, when the person is put in prison, he's happier. So that's it, book two. That's it for the April Showers book tag. I'd like to thank Bill Rutenberg of Rutenberg Library, for tagging me. And yes, it's from Backlist Books. So like, comment, subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.